Hello everybody, my name is MEFCast and welcome back to MEFCast, and I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that this is episode number 6. Today, I'm going to be going over quite a few different features, so I really hope you guys enjoy. The first kind of topic I'm going to go over is next-gen games, not like new games coming out, but games that are already out coming to next gen, like Minecraft and GTA. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, new features that I think are going to be implemented and introduced, and my overall expectations for the next gen versions of these games. So let's jump right into it. Now we're going to start off with Minecraft, and you can actually see some footage of that in the background right now. Some of the footage in the background is old, some of it is new. Sorry about that. I was on vacation and stuff, and I haven't been recording any background footage or anything, so sorry about that. So on Minecraft, I'm going to talk about what's different on, at least from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. So right now on Xbox 360, the worlds I think are 1,000 by 1,000 blocks, something like that. I know I'm wrong. It's bigger than that. It might be 5,000 by 5,000. I think something along those lines. You guys can correct me. But you can just look it up online. Yeah. And basically, on Xbox One, the worlds are going to be 36 times as big. And you can choose when you create the world if you want it to be classic, small, medium, or large. The large is 36 times as big. That's pretty big. It's pretty big. Yeah. Same goes for PS3. The render distance is going to be improved. It's going to be almost doubled, the render distance. At launch, there's only going to be 8 different players, but that should be changed in the future. You can also transfer your Xbox 360 world and PS3 worlds to Xbox One and PS4. Now, I also want to say, on Minecraft, PE, so that's Pocket Edition, like on your iPhone, iPad, Android. Right now they gave it infinite worlds, but I think for some devices they're going to stop infinite worlds. I think on the first iPad, iPhone 4, iPod Touch 4, and I think some Android phones, they're going to be removing infinite worlds, just to let you guys know. But expect some videos of that soon. I was gonna AirPlay it to my Apple TV and record my Apple TV. It's not good quality, and I can't find my Apple TV. So I'm gonna download a software where you can AirPlay it to your computer and then record it off your computer. Really good quality, really cool. So that's what I'm gonna be doing instead. Yeah, but expect videos on that. Also, Minecraft is gonna be coming out on the PS Vita. And this also means you can play your world on your PS3 for a while, and then you can go on vacation, bring your PS Vita, and play the same world on the PS Vita. They're cross-platform play. Now, let me tell you, when Minecraft Xbox 360 first launched in May 2012, Notch made a couple promises. Now, I don't think I was playing Minecraft back then. I think I started 2013. I started like a year after it launched on Xbox. It might have actually been it was either July 2013 or July 20. I think it was July 2012 maybe. It was after creative mode was added, like pretty soon after. But I'd watched videos on that, and I played on the iPad and stuff before that. But Notch apparently made promises that weren't exactly delivered. Plus, Notch doesn't even really work for Mojang anymore. Now it's all up to 4J Studios, and I guess Jeb can kind of go in there too. But this is what he said when Minecraft first came out on the console. He said, "We're going to be working on 3 things in this order: skins, texture packs, and mods." Mods? 4J, didn't 4J say mods would never come to Xbox 360 anyway? Now, I went over this in last week's MEFCast, but Microsoft is allowing for mods on the Xbox One, but not on the Xbox 360. But if Mojang can make their own mod, or if 4J can make their own mods, then it's totally fine. That's what I hope they do. They made their own texture packs. Why can't they make their own mods? I really want to see that, really bad. He also said there would be cross-platform play. He said Xbox 360 will catch up to PC soon, and we will get cross-platform play. So meaning you can play on the Xbox, but still play with your friends on the PC. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. I think Notch, if he was still the head of Mojang, he might get that to happen, but not now. Not for the next year, maybe. I don't think so. He made a couple there's some more manual crafting, which nobody wants to see on Xbox. It's going to be too hard to control and move them all. I don't think that's ever going to be implemented, but I want to know what happened to all these things. What the heck? Yeah, so that's kind of I'm just gonna talk about Minecraft a little bit in this video because I went over it in some other videos, but basically, now let's talk about GTA 5. So in GTA 5, there is in GTA Online more. In GTA Online, there are a bunch of things people want to see, and they thought will be added. They can't be added because the Xbox 360 and PS3 cannot handle that. Here's what's going on. Heists. We said heists are gonna come out in December. Heists are gonna come out in January. Heists are gonna come out at Titanfall. We guarantee it. Heists are gonna come out at Watch Dogs. No, and no. And then Rockstar officially announces that'll come out during the spring. It's July, like 14th right now. That's not, and they said it's still in the works, blah, 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 blah. Then there's some leaked code, and that kind of said it can't be handled on the 360. So we might never get it on last gen. It might only be next gen, and that's gonna be a bummer for some people. But I got an Xbox One. I'd be happy to play it on there. I'm excited to play it on there. But if you look in the trailer for Minecraft or GTA PS4, you can see the speedometer in the dashboard of Michael's car is actually moving. The needle. Well, right now it doesn't do that. That's proof that they're just gonna add so many more awesome details like that. They might add animals online. They might add a casino. They might add the horse tracks. You never know what they might add. I think that's really cool. I say a lot. And when GTA 5 comes out on PC, now, I don't have a PC. I'm a Mac user. I've always have been. Probably always will be. Well, it's kind of a whole other story on its own. But Mac OS 10 Yosemite is scheduled to come out, I think, around October. It looks so awful. It looks so bad. So, I was thinking, I might switch to Windows. Then I thought, no, Windows 8 looks even worse than Yosemite will. So I'm just gonna stick with Mavericks. I'm not gonna upgrade or downgrade, really. I think. That was funny in the background there. You just saw. But yeah. I can't get GTA 5 PC unless they're gonna make it for Mac. I mean, they put like, if you're not a Mac user, you don't have to download stuff just from the App Store. You can download it from anywhere. I'm about to run out of time on this segment of video, so yeah, see you guys in a second. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Alright, I'm gonna run out in a second. So unless, you know what? One sec. Let me just get stuff sorted out, and I'll see you in a second. See ya. Alright, you're going to see the same footage played about 3 times here because I have no background footage whatsoever, so I'm really sorry about that. Next week will be better, I promise. I'm also going to think about live streaming tomorrow. Well, this is going to be uploaded on Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday, but on Monday, which I think is the 14th, I'm going to be live streaming, so yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to be the day this is uploaded, I think, anyway. So I'll be live streaming that night, I think. I'm going to be playing some COD and Halo and stuff with some people. Yeah. So, what I was saying is, if you're a Mac user, you don't have to download everything from the App Store, contrary to what some people think. Some people think, oh, the only apps you can get are from the App Store. No, you can download apps from the internet and stuff, like Minecraft. Minecraft isn't in the App Store, but yeah, you can just download it from Minecraft.net. It's just the files are different because, I believe on Windows, it's a .exe, which is stands for .executable, and that means that your Windows will execute different commands in order to run the program. Now Mac is more sophisticated and works better, and we have .jar and .zip, and they have the same thing on Windows, but pretty much every application is like that. It doesn't have to execute many different commands to do that. But some things, just for security reasons, Mac, well, first of all, this makes sense if you know this. Mac doesn't like to use the same font that Windows uses. You know, like that weird 32-bit, like, pixelated font. Like, not really on Windows 8, but on Windows 7, Vista, and XP and all that stuff. Like, the weird kind of pixelated thing, kind of hard to read. Mac doesn't like that because they got their own, like, Helvetica, really neat font, and they want to keep it that way. So some apps you can't really get unless, like, you kind of change around the settings. Now, most apps you can get on Mac. It just uses different. You just need to do different files. Now, some developers don't think about that kind of stuff. And what I mean by that is some game developers, they only do .exe files, so they can only play it on a PC, on a Windows. So, but as long as you just kind of change the files around and stuff, yeah, you can run it on a Mac as long as Apple kind of Now, basically, I've tried to do this many times. Try to download a game, and then I go to downloads, and it just kind of goes blank, and says the application can't be found because it's the wrong file type and stuff. Like, usually if it's a .zip, it tries to unzip it, and it finds out that inside it's a lot of executable files, and that Mac OS X cannot run. So, that's the thing. Now, I like the way Mac does it better, but I either wish we switch the way Windows does it, or Windows switch the way we do it. So then it's not confusing like this. Rockstar made some, they put, I think, Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 3 all on the App Store. And the difference just kind of from the App Store and just downloading them on, just off the internet. It's kind of like on your phone. You can download it from the App Store. And you can't really download stuff from the internet unless it's like a PDF file or something. But it basically means Apple has tested it, knows it's not a virus, knows it's a good program. Like, not really good program. Some things on the App Store are stupid, have 1 star, whatever. But knows that they're acceptable. Basically, it's tested by Apple. No, it knows it's not a virus, and that's the thing. Mac is better at protecting you from viruses unless you change the settings. And I'm a little more open to viruses on my Mac because I changed the settings. So, because I was trying to run like Gmod or Technic or something, and it said like this might be a virus. It's from like an unidentified publisher. We can't open it, so you have to change the settings and stuff. So I'm at a little more of a higher risk, but if you keep the settings the same, it's really hard to get a virus on a Mac. Now on my old Mac, on my MacBook Air, I actually got a virus. It's not that bad. I think it's getting better, but it made the whole screen always freeze and stuff, and it was like see-through, really weird. And it won't let me export or import anything. Like, I try to upload stuff to YouTube, won't work. Try to import stuff to iMovie, won't work. None of that works, so that's kind of the only downside to it. Everything else is really okay. Yeah, but I definitely hope Rockstar puts, either on their website, makes it so you can, or on Amazon or whatever, makes it so you can, now this is the thing. Most games that you get from PC, you buy it on Amazon or at GameStop, and it comes in a CD, and you put it in your drive, and then it installs it. For Mac, that's really only used for applications that Mac, Adobe, like really professional companies make. Like if you want to install like the Photoshop stuff, you put the CD in, it installs it. You want to install Final Cut Pro, you put the little CD in, blah 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 blah. You can also get Final Cut Pro and stuff from the App Store, but the older versions and stuff, you'd want to use the CD. But most games for a Mac, you either download from the internet or buy off the App Store, because they want to make it so you don't lose a bunch of discs and stuff. That's exactly why Xbox and PS3 have it so you can download stuff from like the Xbox Live Arcade or the PSN store or whatever. You can just buy all the stuff from there, so then you don't lose a bunch of discs and blah. Apple wants to do the same thing. But some companies only make the discs and don't bother making one that goes on the App Store, making one that goes on the internet. So that's kind of a downside to Apple. But I really hope Rockstar, listens to us. And now, at first I wanted to get like this awesome, crazy, heavy-duty PC. The PC itself was like $500, but then all the stuff I wanted with it, the PC plus monitors and stuff was like $1,500. Then I wanted to get an iMac, which I thought was okay, and it runs games really well. But then I got a Mac Mini, and my Mac Mini, now people kind of think about it this way. It's called the Mac Mini, which means it's not powerful and it runs games really suckishly and whatever. Well, it's actually not true. It's a tiny, powerful computer. Now, it is a Mac, so some stuff you can't necessarily do, like I just went over before. But it's still worth it. I have games. It runs Minecraft extremely well. It runs things like Gary's Mod really well. I'm thinking about getting Spore, which I heard it runs extremely well. It runs like The Sims really well. And it's actually a really good gaming computer for only like $500. And then in total, I think I got like monitors and a keyboard and stuff. It was still cheaper than like the gaming PC and the iMac, and it does like the same stuff, So overall, it was worth it, and it's a Mac, which is what I like better. I'm familiar with it, and it's pretty boss. Yeah. So I'm definitely glad I went for that. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Mac versus PC, what you guys do. Now, some people, for whatever reason, like the interface of Windows better. Now, I have mixed feelings about Windows 8. I think it looks kind of stupid, but it's definitely a lot easier to navigate, and the user interface is more user-friendly instead of just kind of everything being 32-bit, really pixelated writing. Smooth, looks like the Xbox One. It's kind of the same kind of style as that, if you don't know. But it's pretty boss. Well, no, Windows 8 isn't that boss. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
I'm gonna have 2 monitors for
yeah.
my computer.
So I have mixed feelings about that, but for whatever reason, people like the look and feel of Windows 7, Windows Vista, and Windows XP.
One monitor for my Xbox.
Some of the worst operating systems I have ever seen.
So I can just tap a button on the monitor. It changes
I'm not gonna lie.
to Xbox.
I think like Windows 95 was better than that stuff, but
yeah.
Now, granted, there's more stuff you can do on a PC, but the interface, Mac compared to PC, Mac definitely wins that.
Fan in the
Now,
Xbox whirring.
Of course, if you're on a budget,
At least you kind of know.
you might want to get a PC because the Mac Pro, they stand like the big black cylinder one. That thing, I thought it was pretty big. It's tiny. It's one of the only desktop computers you can hold in the palm of your hand. It's even smaller than like the Mac Mini. Like the Mac Mini's small, but it's wide, and this one's really thin and only a little bit tall. I mean, it's a tiny computer, and it does so much. It's so powerful. Like 16 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of RAM, something like that. Like pretty good stuff. But again, it's like $2,000. So I've seen Windows computers that kind of do kind of the same stuff, maybe a little less for around $300. Stuff that probably does the exact same stuff for about $800. So Windows is definitely a lot cheaper than Mac, but Mac is more expensive for a reason. First of all, Mac makes all their own computers.
I'm gonna need some
Microsoft just buys computers from Dell, Alienware, stuff like that, and they put their own processors and operating systems inside. Which I don't like the idea of that. All Mac computers and stuff, like that's a Mac computer. Like people say, I have a Windows computer, but you don't. You know what I mean? That's definitely what I like Mac a little more. They put a little more kind of oomph. They have more oomph in what they do. Definitely the features of a Mac are amazing. The stuff that's already built in that you don't have to download already. Like
Game Central.
I'm sure there's stuff like this on Windows too, but you have to kind of download it first. But like just like Photo Booth, you have the webcam, you can just take pictures of yourself or whatever. The interface, how everything is so smooth and not pixelated, I think is awesome.
Hopefully we'll still get to my.
I definitely like iMovie. Simple way to edit, but Final Cut Pro and Aperture and all that stuff, amazing software that Apple makes here.
I don't think I have any.
Found really good stuff here. Now
I'm actually gonna take.
In terms of looks of the computer itself, Apple makes pretty sleek computers.
In case we need them later on tonight.
Like the MacBook Air.
Dark. So instead of
it's less than an inch thin. I mean, it is so tiny and so.
Because we gotta get.
It's a powerful computer, but as you all know, Apple really hates moving parts and stuff. So it gets kind of overheated a little bit because I guess the fan's so small and it makes a lot of noise. That's why I really like my Mac Mini. It makes like no noise at all.
Let's get off here. Place over there. All right.
But I think definitely on looks, Apple wins.
And this one's called Easy Street. I'm just gonna play with the compass.
Now, again, I think a really big upside just to Microsoft in general is they own the gaming right now. Them and Sony, I mean, they own gaming. Apple's not even in this race. Well,
get it to
they
the
were
chip.
with
It's possible to
with
get
the
it
Pippin
in one, I think.
a
But
while
no,
ago, and
I
that
always get it in
failed
two.
pretty bad.
Boom.
I guess since then Apple,
2.
I mean, they have gaming to a
If you
certain
wanna know the
extent.
name for you.
It's just they don't make.
Did you see that?
Well, of course
just
they don't
me?
make the titles, and like nobody developers do.
I heard
But
somewhere that's a sign of hero.
I guess
see stuff fly.
Apple does gaming in a whole
But
new way.
Herobrine's not real. They
They're-
said so. Notch said so.
PC gaming, just the amount of stuff that's on the
Maybe
App
when they
Store
call this one
just
the
for
Split,
games is
it kind of splits.
incredible.
And now
All
you
the
gotta
stuff
get
you can
this
download
one
from the
either
internet that's
right
available
there
on a
or
Mac
over
is
the wall
incredible.
right there. You wanna try
And
get it?
all
Over.
the millions,
I tried.
I think
jumping
there's
on it,
over
I did. I'm gonna
there's a
just
couple
do that.
billion apps just on the iOS App Store. Each one of
Yeah.
them incredible.
Boom, in one.
That's
alright.
what Apple,
So this is the end.
and
it's not
even
actually
just
black
like aside
gold.
from computers
It's
now,
called that because
phones. I think Apple is definitely winning with
And
phones.
this one is one of those.
If you
times
see
that
any
opens
kind of
and
TV
closes
show
all the
right
time.
now,
You gotta get your time.
you
in
got
really.
they have iPhones. I mean, there's
Just
some where they
down
just have
the
like
carpet
flip
back.
phones for whatever reason,
Alright.
because they don't want to pay for marketing and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely I don't know, a little weird. But
We're
definitely.
just gonna sit here until I get it in.
Well, here's the thing.
That looks
iOS
like-
7 came out last October.
Yeah.
It's like around Halloween, I think. I mean, it's
Alright,
July now. It's been
so
out
we're gonna be building some more
for
holes today.
a good 8 months or so.
But first I'm gonna need some more dirt just to kind of fix this all
I
up.
saw at the WWDC, it was like 80% of Apple users are using iOS 7. But I think 80% of people hate it. I mean, especially older people, I'd say people 60 and older, they just get iPads and iPhones, and they get used to the way it looks. Then Apple, out of the blue, changes the way everything looks. It confuses people.
What's wrong with me?
And this is what I think, and you guys
Not
can
the
always have a
best.
different opinion. Let me know
So it's actually
what
really
you guys
cool
think in
now
the
because
comments below.
before-
But
well,
Steve Jobs, I think, kind of had a vision,
like a month
and that was to make
ago,
everything
maybe,
look,
I had my desk,
I
like
don't know
my
how to say,
recording
classic,
desk, just in the middle
but
of my
sleek.
room, and it was kind of really messy. I
Now,
always
if you
had
just look
wires
right now,
where I'd always trip on them.
OS X
All kinds of
Mavericks,
So now,
everything looks sleek.
so a
The
couple
little
weeks
calendar
ago, I
icon
moved
looks
it
like a
to the
calendar.
side,
The
like
little,
against the wall.
I don't know.
But then the only thing is
The
when I
photo
need to look
booth
at my
thing
TV, my
looks like a
TV was
photo
like-
booth. The trash can looks like a
it was
trash
like
can.
to the left of me and
The
behind
little
the door,
Finder
so it always hurt
logo
my
looks
neck
like
trying to
a
look
happy
at it. It was,
smiley
like, behind
face,
me.
but it looks sleek. The address book looks like an
now I
actual
got a
address book. The
computer
notepad
and
looks like a
Xbox just
notepad.
next to each other. So awesome.
And that is
I
what
also I went and bought
Steve
a
Jobs
Media,
wanted things to look like the way they
and for a
do,
game console to
but
release,
in a
it was only
cute,
$100, which
cool
is, like,
icon.
crazy. Like
Since
that,
he died,
when the Xbox One first
they
came out,
made
it's
that's
like
when they made iOS 7.
now
They
it's
changed the
$400
way
because
everything
doing it without the
that
Kinect.
the way
I
that
think
stuff
the
looked. They
Kinect should be
changed
a lot
like
cheaper than like $400.
I can't even like
If you ask me.
like the just
That's
like
what I think.
the what's it called, the photo booth
So,
icon looks completely
now,
weird.
the thing about
The
the
contacts
Media is
icon
aren't
looks
that many
completely
good
weird.
games
Everything
on
looks
it,
so
at least yet
strange.
anyway. I
It
think
doesn't
there
look
will be.
classic. Oh, this is the
But
thing that really
right
bugs
now,
me.
There aren't like any really
The
good
settings
games at all.
icon looks weird.
But
But in OS X
the only cool thing is that
Yosemite,
you
which
can
is coming
emulate,
out
like,
this
the
fall,
N64
they
and
changed the
stuff,
way everything
but I
looks
haven't
on your
gotten it
computer
working,
too.
like,
So the
100%
trash can just looks like a weird little cylinder.
And I'm actually
The
digging out
the
this
Finder
area not only
logo
for some more
looks like
grass,
some weird
but
blue.
if I need to do redstone
monstrosity,
for some of the
like,
holes, I'll have a little
The calendar doesn't even look like a calendar. The notepad is just like a little white thing with a little band on top. You can't even, like,
So for now, we're just gonna
right
bring
now,
it
if
to
you look,
around
you're like, that's
there.
a notepad. And then now you're gonna be,
Get out of here.
the heck is that? It's some weird little white thing.
Now we need the
Yeah,
X.
it doesn't really work that way. So
the controller died.
I advise you guys, if you want to get a Mac,
do what I usually
do it now.
Blanket over it.
And then when you see that Yosemite is coming out, don't upgrade. Unless you like the way that looks. You guys can always have your own opinions, but I like how everything looks sleek and the way it does in real life. Like, I don't know, it looks like a book. It looks like a notepad, not some weird translucent little star. I don't know. It bugs me. It bugs me.
What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna share.
You can even just go into Google Images right now. All right, just like do a new window or a new tab while watching this video. All right, and then look up Mac OS X. All right, Mavericks versus Yosemite, and you'll see how stuff gets changed. Some of it, like the features, they're really cool new features. Some stuff looks
a little bit
different for the better, but I think just the hotbar, it's not even called the hotbar, the dock,
this one
and the bottom, everything looks weird. Everything is translucent and strange. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But my name's MEFCast. I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been going over a lot of stuff about computers, some stuff about Minecraft, and quite a bit about GTA. So yeah, just like every MEFCast, I go off topic, and I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. My name has been MEFCast, and I'll see you all in the next MEFCast, which I believe is 7. So, peace out.